Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And here in the middle of winter, some teams feeling the cold in the power rankings. Others remaining hot. They're locked in again at that third spot. Not a bad place to be.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they weren't supposed to be this effective at this point in the season. The question now is, can they sustain it?
Now the starting group for the visitors. Jay out there with baddest one, and there's Mr. Moves. Then there's Big Dog, and it's P in at the one spot. We've got Jay. G is out there with the quick. Then there's Jay, and it's Rosario in at the four. Here's G, and the layup's good off the glass. A lot of trade rumors beginning to swirl now, Brent. Several teams out there trying to add talent, and sometimes it comes at the expense of team chemistry.
It can, and I think teams who are very, very aware of their potential to be into the playoffs are careful to tinker with that. If they know they're going to have an opportunity to play in the postseason, the additions that they have to make, Kevin, they have to understand that that player coming in is great for us, but how is it that that player comes in? Who does it affect in our locker room?
Or they make a trade or don't make a trade because they're worried about team chemistry and how it'll be affected.
Exactly. Yeah. But again, I'll go back to an addition sometimes into a locker room with just that talent may affect the talent you already have. And if you're really cognizant of that fact, sometimes not making the deal is the best deal to make.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. Here's the quick. And he misses his first shot of the game. 3-on-3. Pass to Pete. Blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Count that one.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
13 feet away. The pass to Mr. Moves. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by G. Passes it to Castro. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Pass to G. Fires for three. Good on the three-point shot. G's got 5.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Mr. Moves. Here's baddest one. There's the pass to Pete. And they turn it over. Stepped in the line that time. Here's the quick. Boy, he was something else against San Antonio. Pass to G. Here's Jay. Second chance effort, and that one's good by G.
Well, how about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. There's the lob to the hoop, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Now in the scoring column with that bucket, 1 for 2 this game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
This pause in the action gives us a chance to see the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers this month.
Both of these teams are going to have to really take care of the basketball because they're both making a killing scoring off those turnovers.
To the right side. Here's Baddis one. Got a piece of it. They recover it. And he recovers it. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Jay, the pass to Castro. 6 on the shot clock. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
There's 1:40 left to play here in the first. Mr. Moves. Terrific assist. And nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
When it comes to hustle, effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50? They're just so important. And sometimes, with the winner-loss in the balance.
And I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball. He just never stops. He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverly, who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court. But those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff. And when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize you. You're exactly right. 58 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Nice D from Williams.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here's T. It's deflected. Here's Rainman. 11 points for him in that last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And here is Prez. No points in the game yet for him. Inside, here's Swim. Makes it off the glass.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Fires it up. And so it's the home team in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. Through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Dimes is out there with Prez. Then there's Swim. Then it's P. And it's Wong. And at the 3 spot. Pass to Reyes. Here's Dimes. The pass to Red. Nice fake with the layup off the mark. Here's G. Down low. Good on the shot.
Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Dimes, the pass to Reyes. Here's Dimes. He lobs it up. We played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Off on the layup. Here's Dimes. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. Passes to P. Here's Dines. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And he gets the bucket.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Very close to seeing our final list of contestants for the dunk contest, and you know everybody in the discussion right now really wants to compete.
I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, if you got the hops and the repertoire, you want to show what you can do.
Well, you look at Jay, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And the list of participants is going to be final soon, so we'll be sure to keep you posted. This year's dunk contest should be a very special one.
And every year, it seems, we see something in the dunk contest that we've never seen before, and I don't think this year will be any different.
You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
Both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. I like to see them getting after it a little bit.
Pass to Jay. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's P. Second shot opportunity. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Got only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Washington. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And it's blocked. Here's Mr. Moves with the shot. And it's off the back rim. No good. Shoots the 3. That shot is off. Gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. 1:32 left in the first half of the game. P passes to Torres. This one for 3. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Lays it up and banks it in. Gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. He passes to Battistone. To the inside. Over Washington. The pass to Pete. 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Battistone. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. Battistone's got his first points of the night.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Here's Red Hot. Another shot. That's tipped. Here's Mr. Moves. He's coming off a 13-point game against Minnesota. Here's P. Top of the key jumper, no good. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The home team, they lead by 4. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, what do you think? This is a great offensive performance. And now with the second half about to get underway.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Gee, really making a difference here.
Yeah, there is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
G is out there at J. Then there's J. Then there's the quick, and it's G in at the shooting guard position.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
That is one out there with J. Then it's P, and there's Mr. Moves. And it's Torres in its center. Thing has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. J out there with G. Then it's G. Then there's J. And it's Castro in at the point guard position. Here's Baddest one for the lead. That shot, no good. Passes it to Jay. To the middle. Here's Rosario. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. And he can't hit the second. Stepped in the line, out of bounds there, and that will cost them the possession. Well, there's no lack of range in this. The leading three-point shooters among the ranks of the NBA's big men the last month. Well, you look at Jay, dangerous player from three-point land, a great talent with a great release. And, of course, Baddest one.
And the value of having a big man who can do what these guys can is that they draw bigger defenders out of the paint. You have to stay with them wherever they go.
Yeah, and once you do that, you're going to open up the lane. And with the threat those guys pose on the perimeter, an opposing defense has no way to deal with that.
Here's Jay, takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Dimes. Pass to Baddest one. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Baddest one's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Now the pass to Castro. Wide open. And that's good for 2.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Good. Nice job down low. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. He kicks it to G. Fires from deep. No good. Gone 3 of 5 to start the second half. Developing a nice rhythm out there. Now here's Prez. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Baddest one passes to Jay. Sinks the three-pointer.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Checked in for the quick. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. To the paint. Here's P.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. Gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. 1:46 left in the third. So the wing on the left. Kicks to G. Passes it to J. Just 4 to shoot. Here's G. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up. So maybe just a step too far.
And that one's good by G.
I don't think this is a conditioning issue, but it looks like they've lost their legs here in the second half.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Ring to the inside. Pass to G. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Friday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
34 seconds left to play in the third. The shot that time, not on target.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And there's the pass to Ring. They can't stop the run with that one.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Team, that 3 off the mark. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The away team leading by 4. We're going to step aside for just a second. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got P. Slim is out there with G. Then there's baddest one, and it's Mr. Moves in at the 2 guard. Pass to Rain. Down low. The layup off target. Being a mediocre 41% in this one. He passes to Battistone. Here is Slim. Pass to Battistone. There's the triple. Headshot off.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Rain Man. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Rain Man's gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. And the pass to Slim. Dishes it to G. Passes it to Battistone. Pass to Mr. Moves. Tries again, and it's good on the way in. And that's now 6 points for Battistone.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up.
Feeds it to Williams. Rain Man passes to Reyes. Outside Williams. Fades. And no good that time.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Here's Battistone. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him. Allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. He said, "This is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win." Kevin, you know what side he's on.
Thank you, David. First one falls for. Both good from the line that time.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Mr. Moves passes to Battistone. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Three-pointer. It's not going to go for him. Gone all through to start the fourth quarter. The pass to Kester. Right wing. Here's G. Pass to Kester. Takes the three. Not going to go that time.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Torres, the pass to Jay. Here's Mr. Moves. Passes to Battistone. Here's Jay. Misses the step-back jump shot. Ken Austin 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. The pass to Kester. And he drops him away up off the glass.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that pass.
There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Here's P. It doesn't go for him. Gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Pass to G. Pulls up. Here's Jay. And a miss late. Gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Pass to Torres. Here's P. Off the mark, and the drop continues. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
That is world class.
Let's see, Matt, a huge possession, and he nets it.
You can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Good.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
What's your take, guys?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, baddest one.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they go to the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
From deep, and the miss. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA presented